Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Untitled and I'm coming back with another build video. This time we have Acid Shotgunner. This is a quite unique build, but still very effective in most situations. As you can see, I can kill super mutants even though I'm using a vampire's weapon, and this build truly excels against Scourge, and after a couple super mutants we'll go and find some Scourge and Scourge Beasts. I think it's the only shotgun build that can kill a Scourge Beast that is flying, even though normally the problem with shotguns, they were nerfed so badly that there is like almost no range, and especially like in the past everyone was using explosive shotguns to still have damage after some range. It doesn't work anymore. But with poison damage instead, super mutants actually, I will show you. Super mutants actually have quite a lot of poison resistance. As you can see, this one have only 35. But they do have a poison resistance, and that's making the poison damage much weaker. But here Scorched and Scourge Beasts have no poison resistance, which means you are able to just snipe them like that. You shoot them and they're taking constant poison damage. You don't need to finish them off. They will die quickly after getting shot. This means just one shot is enough. And those Scourge just dying. As you see, this one just taking insane amount of damage. And even like at this moment I don't have Enforcer, as I want to shoot this Scourge Beast a little bit mid-air. Even if she's flying, I can hit her quite well, as this shotgun is modded for accuracy. Then I don't have big problem, and as you can see, this Scourge Beast is losing health pretty fast, even though I just hit her couple times. Yeah, I hate this blinding scream. Cannot really aim like that. Okay, now a couple more shots and she will die. Even though my shotgun is doing only 1 damage at this range. But Scourge Beasts, same like a Scourge, as you see, have no poison resistance. It's why this build excels versus all Scourge enemies and Scourge Beasts, even though it's a shotgun. I think it's a very unique shotgun build because it's the only shotgun build that allow you to fight Scourge Beasts that are flying, even if they get stuck mid-air. And here we are at the Fisher site Prime to shoot some more Scourge. Oh, this is outside of my range. Okay, she's going closer. And we can snipe some Scourged. Just shoot them once and they die soon after. And same with the Scourge Beast. After a couple of shots, she's taking quite huge damage. Oh, one is getting out. We can stack a couple shots. And as you see, the healing from the vampire shotgun is so insane that it's pretty much impossible to die. Every shot heals you so much. And this build can be used with full health as well. I will show it in a second. I'm starting with low health because obviously at the current state of the game, playing with low health is much more beneficial. You are getting much more damage and there is like no downside, especially if I'm using like vampire's weapon, then I don't need to be worried about anything. Like all those Scourge Beasts around me, it's not a problem. As you can see, I'm healing much faster than this Scourge Beast is able to deal damage to me. And after unloading 1 mag, she will die. I don't need to hit her anymore. We'll hit this one and she's dead as well. Only problem with this build is this poison cloud around the target. It's still not fixed and it's causing some lag, and depend on your PC or console, it can even crash the game in some situations. Hopefully it will be fixed after Wastelanders. That's my guess. Oh, and Scorb is landing. That's good. She should die. Oh, the officer. He has 0 poison resistance as well. Okay, this way, as you could see, I was able to easily deal with all those scores. If you are interested how it's possible that this poison is doing so crazy high damage, it's how shotguns work, because every pellet is actually applying a poison, the stack of poison, and you can see how exactly it works in my other video when I was testing acid damage versus poison resistance. I will put the link to the video in description. Then if you will be interested, you didn't saw it yet, then you can check it out. Let's see if those Scotchbees have something for me. Oh, this one. Some junk and some meat, always useful. And now is the time for full health testing. Now, take a look on my health, how fast it's regenerating when I'm shooting with this vampire shotgun. Like in almost no time I'm full health again. And as I have Enforcer at this moment equipped, I can drop the Scotch really fast. And now, even though I'm doing much less damage per shot, even from close distance, the poison damage is the same regardless of my health, then I still can one-hit all those Scorched. If I hit all the stacks, then the Scorch will die. Do you have enough stacks? Yes. There's a couple more left. This one would be dead. This one stop over there should be dead. And someone else is shooting at me. He just died. Now let's go into some details. My perks first. I'm using Traveling Pharmacy, obviously all the shotgunner perks, and Scatter Shot for faster reload, and my shotgun is lighter. I sometimes will swap the Scatter Shot for Blocker if it's needed, like fighting bosses that can do a lot of melee damage, like for example Scotchbee's Queen or Project Paradise, and the final boss usually is level 100 and has some solid melee damage. Or if I'm fighting Imposter Ship Squatch, I will toss in Blocker as well. In Perception, Skid Shooter, as you want to hit all the pellets on the target. Then under Endurance, it's basically quality of life at this moment, because you don't need Life Giver or anything like that, as Vampire's effect is more than enough to keep you alive in every situation. Then I have Lead Belly if I choose to go under the Nerd Rage threshold. Thanks to this perk, I can freely eat, and I will be exactly under the Nerd Rage threshold, as I'm not taking any rats from food or drinking. And then Aqua Boy, just quality of life, Fireproof 2, because Fireproof 2 is just enough when you are wearing Strangler Hard Power Armor to stop basically all the explosions that you can face in the Wasteland. And Radical to carry a little bit more stuff. +5 to Strength for just 1 perk point card is 25 carry weight for me. Lone Wanderer is self-explanatory if you play solo. Then under Intelligence, Gunsmith, Power Patcher. Power Patcher I'm swapping for Nerd Rage if I want to play low health, and Power Patcher obviously if I play full health, as it's helped me keep my power armor in good condition for longer. Under Agility, Adrenaline is perfect to actually give you some extra damage when you are fighting like a super mutants, as those are quite immune to poison. Similarly, other enemies like ghouls or some of the animals, not all the animals, some of them are quite resistant, and robots are totally immune to poison. Then through Hiker if I have a lot of food. If I don't have a lot of food, then I will obviously swap the True Hiker for the Enforcer. Under Luck, Bloody Mess, more damage. Class Freak, as I have a lot of mutations, and this will reduce all the negative effects. It's one of the best perks you can have under Luck. Star Genes to keep your mutations. Good with Salt to keep your food for longer. Sometimes I will swap the good with salt if I'm not carrying food, as it's not required. If you are using lead belly and you really don't need any buffs from food, then you just can eat raw meat, and instead of good with salt, you can toss in here Luck of the Draw. With this perk, your shotgun will be like almost always in good condition. I found out that when I'm using Luck of the Draw, I need to fix my shotgun after like 3 or 4 hours of gameplay. Then it's really solid compared to normally shotguns losing quite a lot of condition. Now into my gear. Shotgun I'm using, it's a combat shotgun, vampires, with faster fire rate and faster reload. Although to be honest, just a vampires combat shotgun works perfectly fine with this build. About modifications, it's hardened receiver. It is very important to do not use receiver that have automatic in name. If you will use automatic receiver, your poison damage will be 60% lower. That's a huge difference. You need to have receiver that is classified as semi, like hardened receiver. Then I have true long barrel, true short stock, that is for accuracy. Actually in description for those mods it says that it's for hipfire accuracy, but in reality it's just improve your overall accuracy of the weapon. Then with those true stocks and with short scope, I can, as you were able to see, very accurately snipe Scorch from afar. Swift magazine is for me the best because allow me to shoot the most and put the highest amount of stacks of the poison. If you go strictly for shotgun base damage, then you can use like perforating magazine to get the most from each shell. And the last modification, muzzle brake, it's here as well for accuracy. As you can see, my shotgun has 79 accuracy. It's crazy high number as for the shotgun. And about scopes, I tested other scopes. If you put longer scope, the accuracy will go up, but from my experience, it's harder to aim. It's just too high of a magnification if I put a long scope. I will get my accuracy to 100, but magnification will be so high that I will not be able to catch up after flying Scourge Beast. And about my Strangler hard power armor, I have calibrated legs to carry more stuff. I have database helmet to get some extra experience and easier hacking. And the most important part for the torso, it's emergency protocols. When at low health, you are getting 50% less damage. This is insane combination with all possible health regeneration effects, included the vampires obviously, and this shotgun is a vampires. Then with emergency protocols, you really need to try hard to actually die. You really need to stop shooting at all to allow enemies to deal enough damage to you to kill you. And last but not least, my mutations. Adrenal reaction, more damage at lower HP. It is one of the best mutations. Bird bones for free agility. As I'm wearing power armor, then fall damage, it's actually not a problem. But bird bones help you avoid the stupid power landing animation if you are jumping with your marsupial. It's why it's go very well together, marsupial with bird bones. Then I have carnivore. As I said before, quite often I'm just eating raw meat, and this saves you a lot of time and trouble with cooking and stuff like that. And apart from this, it's double the healing from Scorch Beast food, including Scorch Beast steak that can be used in many situations to just provide yourself with a very high health regeneration for 30 seconds. Chameleon is here just because there is no side effects. Egghead is here for easier hacking, more experience. Scully skin, self-explanatory, more resistance, and it just costs you a little bit of AP with Class Freak. And this build is not VATS, then a little bit less AP, not a problem at all. Speed Demon, everyone like to move faster and reload faster. And that's the build. I hope you guys enjoy it, and as always, thank you a lot for watching, and see you in the next one.